Here it is, the first foothold. This is where Malthus's vassals erected their first camp, so behave yourselves accordingly. You too, prodigy. Well then, before we start, there's something I need to tell you. Something, important. The rumors concerning the deaths of the Lightborn, they're true.
What?
The gods are dead. They fell 2 winters ago, beneath the sword of an unknown traveler. We, that is, the Order, have known about this for quite some time now, but haven't told the common people yet. But since the 3 of you intend to take the trial, there's no way to disguise the truth anymore.
But how can a god die?
There was a prophecy, as old as the Lightborn themselves, in which there was talk of a shadow god, who would end the era of gods. And it came true. I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You're telling us that the gods have been killed, and you are sorry. What's next? That tomorrow the sun will stop shining? Tell us that this is a test, Master. It is, isn't it? A test of our faith.
No, the Lightborn are dead. But, hard as it may be to accept, we cannot afford to fall into a spiritual crisis right now.
The Order of the Gods, Malthus's order, was created to protect the Lightborn. And if what you're saying, this blasphemy is true, then we're meaningless. We failed, don't you see that? Oh, by the Black Guardian, I just can't believe it.
And though I shan't be seen, thou shalt live by my virtue. 3rd Revelation, verse 137. I know it's hard, Dunmore, but if this is true, we have to show strength and keep on believing in what the Lightborn stood for. Which is the idea of peace and...
Oh, just shut your mouth, Sakaresh. If anything, you lowborn scum are living proof that the Order is going downhill. Do you really know I don't know about the witch? You're a damned witch, and if this were the old times, you would have been crucified long time ago.
You don't mean that, Dunmore.
Drop it, for heaven's sake! We're all on the same side here.
No, we are not. This wench doesn't have any right to wear the white robes. And if you would spend more time with the Holy Scriptures instead of your brandy bottle, you would see it as well. But no, you just...
Shut up! I swear to you, one more word and you will wish that I just suspended you.
But...
No buts! Do you understand?
Yes.
I hope so, for your sake. Just be glad that this is a time when we need skilled mages more than ever. Just be glad. Now enough of this. Our demeanor defiles this sacred place. There will be enough time for depression and personal crisis after the trial. Let's recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor. In life as in death. May your light guide me. Good. As you know, this trial will test the fortitude of your spirit. Because this is what distinguishes a keeper from a soldier. What distinguishes a wise man from a fool. Keep that in mind. Now, drink the potion I gave you. You first, prodigy. Let's hope the Grand Master was right about you.
Штырила. Oh no. No. No, no. I knew I wouldn't be the last one. Did they also tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit? They lured you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was. I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition of the... But then again, if I told you that's you and your... The answer is no. Because you don't want... Doesn't it? Tell me. A self-created sanctuary built from... What? And... Oh no. Yeah, I'll wait. And you... What the? How did you do that? You simply opened it? But that's impossible. All these years is... Come on. We have to look. We have to look and see what's outside. We won't get far, but... By the gods! These are the scourges of the Suppressor! They want to punish us! here before. By the gods, everything here looks so similar. It's a damn maze. Oh really, we should never have left. This will be our doom. Oh no. No. Do you see it? All the cells. They're all empty. And there's blood. Oh no. There were people in there just like us. They didn't know their place either, and now they're dead. They've simply dissolved because they dared to disobey the suppressor. By the gods, this is what will happen to us too. I knew it was a mistake to leave in the first place. I just knew it.
Блядь.
Oh no. They've lured you into a trap, you know. I know. But then again, if I took the answer. A self-created sac. What? And. Oh no. Yeah. What the? How did you do that? God. By the gods! These are the scourges of the suppressor! They want to punish us! cell is small, but at least it's safe. Haven't we been here before? By the gods, everything here looks... Oh no. No. Do you see it? All the cells, they're all empty. And there's... Oh no. There are people in there just like us. They're dead. They're gone. Disobey the presser. By the gods. This is what will happen to us too. I knew it was a mistake to leave in the first place. I just knew it.
Возьми мне ключ, дурак, блядь.
Oh no, no! Can't you see? We're back. What? Leave me alone! The suppressor's punishment. It will be horrible. No, there isn't. Just look at us. Look at what we are. We are the damned because we are trapped too deeply in the past. And that's why we do not deserve freedom. No, there isn't. Just look at us. Look at what we are. We are the damned. No, you haven't. Because you're blind. Well, I should have known. I mean, what can you... Of course I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. Isn't that obvious? But I should have known you wouldn't understand. You're too weak. You always were. Of course I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. Isn't that obvious? But I should have known you wouldn't understand. No, there isn't. Just look at us. Look at what we are. We are the damned because we are trapped too deeply in the past. And that's why we do not deserve freedom. Of course I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. Isn't that obvious? No, you haven't. Because you're blind. The suppressor is here, in every single stone, in every bone, in every drop of blood, and yet you are too blind to see it. Well, I should have known. I mean, what can you expect from someone who has killed his entire family? I followed you because for a brief moment, you made me want to believe, and now you've dragged me into the abyss along with you. Well, well, so you figured it out. Yes, I am what keeps you in this place. But was it blind rage that made you act, or have you truly understood who I am? Have you understood what drives you and determines your actions? The salt corrodes your skin, and the water in your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
Бля, и что делать?
Oh, hey. Good to see you awake. How are you feeling? In the temple. The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Ixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I didn't want to leave you here, so I thought I'd just stay. I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations are in order. Well, you shouldn't. You know why? Because you're pathetic. Simply pathetic.
I said, you are pathetic. At first, we believed it would be more exciting this time. But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody who let his only friend kick the bucket.
As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so damn persistent, aren't you? Why? Why can't you just let go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weakling.
And a murderer.
And that is why you will burn. All of you. The cleansing will happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Is that so? Such presumption from a fish who thinks his pondering the world. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation. That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be. But enough of the banter, urchin. We wanted to meet you, and so we did, even though the result is rather sobering. Now wake up. Keep on stumbling through the mist.
Thank Malphus. I was starting to think I was the only one. How are you? You look exhausted. You did. That's probably one of the after effects of the potion, but it will pass, I'm sure of it. But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier, and he was here in the meantime. He didn't doubt for a single second that you would make it. But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We made it. We passed the trial. Almost, yes. All that is left to do is to take the oath, and then Grandmaster Aranthio will exalt us to the keepers of the first sigil. Speaking of whom, he also told me some things while you were asleep. About the Pyreans, about these dreams, and of course, about this cycle. This is so bizarre, really. At first we're told out of nowhere that the gods have died, and now humanity is on the brink of extinction. This is a lot to take in. I never had those dreams, but then again, at least now I can understand why the Grand... Yes, I believe that. Well, as I said, we both have to take the holy oath. Right. Dunwar. The apothecary examined him. He was You know, the reality is, but I guess Master Bartar's revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie. Well, maybe I just don't show it. But yes, you know, funny that the Grandmaster said nearly the same. That's true. Imagine you're the king. The invasion will you use the time that... Or do you send them into the field to fight the Reavers there? It would, yes. But what if your foray fails, and ends up being the reason... What I'm trying to say is, if your attempt to rescue... Of course, there's a small chance, as I said. I don't mean to absolve the... I knew the question would come eventually. I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so... As you wish. I wish I knew. What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy, and I don't know, empty? That's probably the best way to describe it. I eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me. The entire village. There were corpses, whatever it was. One of them got by the name of his son. Well, it turned out that they must have observed the reason they thought. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing. For you, maybe. They leave to go hunting, and when they come back, probably. I even made it to Ark all by myself. Yes. Thinking about it now, still, the winters down there were cruel. Yes, otherwise I wouldn't. He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it. Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Squola, just as some aren't happy about you being. So maybe I was some kind of substitute. That's right. I guess now you understand why So maybe I was some kind of substitute. Yes. Well, no. I guess I'm not. Gone. He was very... He does. One of those hunters. From then on, they added names to the derogatory. Yes, maybe. You know what's funny? But I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think? There will be plenty of time for chatter in the future. Yes. Actually, it was... If you can call that living. You should. It's already late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think? Good. Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and we'll go. Now then, let's go.
Блять, кровище-то сколько.
Thou art my light. Half mistress, wherever you are going.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Huh?
Alright, this is the sanctum. It's a place of silence and prayer, and also where we'll be exalted later.
Yes.
Walk blessed.
Okay, I think you've seen this place before. We call this part of the temple the Chronicum, and in here is gathered the knowledge of the Order, written down in books and parchments. Plus, all of the experiments and research on artifacts and magic is done here, so it's a place you'll probably see often in the near future. Ah, and just below the Chronicum is the temple smithy. You should go there if you need equipment. Over there, that's the Scuola and the quarters, where both the keepers and the novices live. There's also a training room where everything from swordplay to marksmanship can be trained and taught. You will find some skilled teachers there. Well, I think that's about it. You've already been to the Emporium, and I assume to the Eye of the Gods as well. I suggest you speak to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready to take the oath. Prepare myself, probably. Now walk blessed. I will see you soon.
And you actually believe this could work? It sounds absurd.
I don't believe I know. The mercenary, he might not be the shining knight of Castle Starsound, but he's better than most of your men. I want him, and you will need to convince your Truchessa of it.
Is that so? Very well, I will convince her. You will hear from me.
I hope so.
Prophet, good to see you. How do you feel? You've never been in any danger. In any case, all that is left to do now is to recite the oath. Then we will finally deal with the more urgent matters. The ceremony needs a little preparation, 1 day at least. Come back then. Even if it hurts to lose more time, the cleansing approaches. I can feel it. Just this night I had another of the dreams. People I knew, including you. But these people weren't themselves. There was something else, and it spoke through them. They mocked us and said our struggle against... I believe that these beings are connected to the cycle. They must be the ones who cause it. You did? That is, it must be related to our roles as emissaries. Maybe there is a connection between us. None. Maybe they are demons or magical entities. In any case, if they are indeed responsible for the cycle, they are our enemies. That's what matters for now. Come back tomorrow for the ceremony.
хуёвая у него комната. Своего дома нет, посплю хотя бы в магистра. Так. Стырить ничего нет интересного.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
Ну все посмотри, блядь, рогатый хуй.
It is time. Come forward, prophet. I know what you are feeling. Mistrust. For it is the first time in the history of the Order that a stranger will receive the holy consecration. You consider it a treason against our charter, and therefore against us all. And indeed, it is true that traditions have strengthened the Order. We have ruled this land for millennia, and for millennia we have prevailed. And I know that what happened 2 years ago has unsettled you. Yes, we are in a crisis. Yes, our foundation seems to be shattered. And now you believe that I profane even what little is left by consecrating the Pathless One. But you are wrong. It was always people who have given strength to the Order. People like you and me. Yes, we did serve the Lightborn, but because they embodied an idea. The idea of peace through stability. And even now, after their demise, we will pursue this idea. We are facing a threat that endangers the world as we know it. And to fight it, we need one thing above all others, the readiness to make sacrifices for the greater good. This man, like Novice Sakarish, has shown this readiness. He is talented and has a gift, and thus carries responsibility. But instead of running from this responsibility, he faced it and found us. Consecrated ones, repeat my words. This is the day when my old me dies away. For today, I receive the sigil.
This is the day when my old man dies away. For today I receive the sigil.
From now on, I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, my land, and those who are without strength.
From now on I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, the land, and those who are without strength.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Thus, you are elevated to keepers of the first sigil. Rise. Now let us all recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor, in life as in death. May your light guide me. Leave now, brothers and sisters, and rest. We will need our strength. Go and get your armor at the Temple's Forge. After that, meet me in the Emporium. There's news.
Blazes, I just can't bloody believe it.
Walk blessed.
Where is this supposed to be?
I have to remember this. My glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is blessed.
Walk blessed.
And thy path I will honor, in life as in death.
Ну, посмотрим, что мне там за броню дадут. Это не туда. Как мне туда попасть?
you are. Here, a letter for you. What? Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Safe travels, and may his light guide you.
Yes.
Какую-то хуйню опять мне дали, блядь. Еще броню не нашел, блин. Броня, ну где-то там внизу, блядь. Мы, наверное, в доме, блядь. Пойдем глянем.
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you. I really do.
Бред, блядь.
Yes. Yes, that just might work.
Как туда попасть?
As if they'd ever listen to me.
Спрятался, блядь. Ясно. Тут я ничего не могу. Не могу.
So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the great master.
Подожди, надо сохраниться. Спит, блядь. Где моя броня, блядь?
Now, if it isn't the notorious prodigy. Ah, right. The highly debated new keeper. You suddenly have caused some uproar. I'll give you that. So, robes, mail, or plate?
Кольчуга, роба, кольчуга. Кольчуга, латы. Давай латы, нет, или кольчугу. Она более легкая, да? Давай кольчугу.
Fine, here you go. And no matter what you think of all this, wearing this armor is an honor. Get that into your head. Most of us had to wait decades for it. Walk blessed.
Блин. Легкая. Скажи, что это ботинки стражи. Вот они мне дали, блядь. Вот это выкинем.
fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you.
Прикольно они тут обустроились. Слиток. Посмотрим, у меня есть он на запасе или нет. Железный слиток только. Давай парочку возьмем. Ладно, все возьмем, попробуем. Выкинуть надо будет. Кирку могу лучше. Печально. Бля, у того там охеренно было, можно было стырить. Ладно. Джаспер.
Prophet?
My Sir Delina. And I felt it. Well, since the Grand Master is free.
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you. I really do.
That's just how it is.
Greetings.
Monsieur?
Obvious. My sir, please.
Walk blessed.
Monsieur?
Мана, здоровье, запас сил. Что берем? Что мы возьмем? Здоровье. Давай здоровье.
Ah, there you are. Glad you made it. So, how was it? I heard quite some stories about this trial, and was never sure what to make of it. Yeah, I changed my mind. Come, upstairs. It'll be worth it.
И чё? Ничего нет.
There we are. So, wine or pipe? Termatralian brandy, vintage 8190. A real treasure. Consider it a congratulatory gift for passing the trial.
И чё?
Nothing better than a good pipe and a nice sight to go along with it. It's always sad to see how few people can truly appreciate these things. Anyway, tell me, my friend, what is it that drives you? I've been asking that myself since we met. I mean, it's not like anyone's forcing you to play errand boy for a Renfield, is there? And with your abilities, you could make a fortune as a mercenary. Not to mention the danger you put yourself in. Securing the excavation site, passing the trial, they certainly haven't been easy on you so far. Huh, I figure. In any case, it's interesting to see how you've gotten from being a magically gifted refugee to the center of all this. Kind of reminds me of a woman I used to travel with. Alicia. No matter where she went, she always ended up in the eye of the storm. We got hired for the same job. Usually I work better on my own, but this partnership was refreshing in every aspect. It felt good to know someone's got your back for a change, especially with the kind of work I do. Which is why we decided to stick together after that first job. And it went great, at least initially. She just cared too much, you know? Yeah, she was a mercenary, but she only ever picked the jobs where she thought she could help people, or at least do no damage. As you can imagine, that doesn't always work out in my profession, and whenever it didn't, she really took it to heart. It was sad, if you think about it, really. We traveled together, and we had sex, so yes, according to most people's definition of it, we were a couple. That was, let me think, about 3 years. Yeah, we went to Araziel, Kira, Arkwend, and one time we even fought a group of Petrified on Yule. She fought as ardently as she lived. I don't know how I would have survived that fight without her. We traveled together and we had sex, so yes, according to most... Well, we were simply too different. I guess that's what it comes down to. Let's face it, I'm a pathetic white knight, and an even worse world savior. Lycia and I, we were just bound to clash. We were lovers, then friends, then lovers again, and so on and so forth. Ultimately, that was just too much for me. Too extreme. Too absorbing. Love as she defined it, yeah. Had it been for her, we would have married after that first night. That's a long story. Not one that puts me in a fit. Split up. Yeah, that's one way to put it. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? Has there ever been someone in your life? Or have you always been the lone wolf? Really? That surprises me. I, for one, have had enough drama to last me a lifetime. Love, love, love. Anyway, why don't you... Yeah, I did. Why do you ask? That's a good question. Well, And yeah, I don't eat God's tongue for breakfast. Now, aren't you inquisitive? Let me think. That's just life, I think. There comes a point when you don't... can. My. We've certainly lost track of time, haven't we? I really need to hit the hay for a couple hours now. I'll have to go look for some new work tomorrow. And I've heard about a nobleman who's looking for a sellsword. That is, if Arenthiel or old Bushybeard doesn't have a new job for me by then. Say what you want about them. Their pay is beyond generous. I'll see you around, my friend.
Как им здесь все попиздеть любят. Нравится, да.
My sir, do you have a moment? I think the two of us could do business together.
Yes?
Дверь на двери, блин. Фух.
The sky can rain fire. I just does never change.
Move along.
Well, where did I see?
Of course they have. You know how these bureaucrats are, but they will do it.
Very good. Thanks for your efforts, my friend.
Don't mention it. I just hope you know what you're doing. You know, many see the course the Order has taken since you came back as disquieting. Narazul's mages in a temple, an outlander as a keeper. It's a lot to take in.
I know, Jorek, but someone has to deal with the threat. And if we don't, no one will.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Ну что, попиздим?
Prophet, did you find your way around? Good. It is important that you get adjusted to this place. It will be the base of all operations to come. Right now, we are still in the dark as to the true nature of this cycle. All we have are fragments, but we will change that. There are two trails we have found. I want you to go after both of them. The first one has to do with the stone fragments from Old Rashengrad. Pegast has not yet told you, but all of them together form a so-called sigil stone, which we urgently need. The Arcanists have already put it together, but we still lack a part of the ritual to activate it. And for that, we need the memory of a dead person. The second trail revolves around a discovery we made in the Heartland. It could be a significant, if not the only prospect we have in this fight. Where do you want to start? It's simple. I've told you that the sigil stone was a magical defense they created to protect them through small fragments that segregate once a certain ritual is performed on it. Wear one of these fragments and it will serve you like a shield for your spirit. The stone won't produce enough for all citizens of Ark, but enough for all of us keepers and the guard. The problem is that we lack knowledge about this ritual, and those who have it have been dead for millennia. Correct. The entire plan revolves around a discovery which is exhibited in the Chronicum. The frozen corpse of a Pyrean, which a fisherman found adrift in the Northern Sea some years ago. Yes, the ice prevented his body from decaying. But go to the Chronicum and speak to Archmagister Maragil. He will be able to explain it better than I can.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Ладно, поговорим. Блять.
Have you heard? Apparently the Blue Islands Coalition sent an emissary here to Enderal. Despite the... They are bold. Gotta give them that.
Prophet?
В кузнице. Может, как раз металла стырю. Там вроде один слиток лежал, ну попробуем.
So what's so spectacular about this? To me, our pal here looks like your average crit corpse.
Well, he isn't. Do you see this mark on his forehead? That's a symbol of his shield. One of the two priest brothers who reigned over the Pyrene Empire like a light. He was no high priest, but more than an acolyte. Let's just hope he participated in the manufacture of the sigil stone back in the Pyrene era.
Well, hoping can't hurt. But look, we have company.
Dalvarek, Archmagister, how's the situation?
Walk blessed, Grandmaster. We're fine. Everything is ready. So this is him?
Yes, this is the Prophet.
Interesting. Truly interesting. I imagined you to be different. I'm Lexiel Marigil, Archmagister of the Holy Order. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So, where do we start? Has the Grandmaster already informed you of the goal of this mission? Correct. Now you wonder how all of this be possible. This is where the Word of the Dead comes into play. An old relic we'll need to find.
The Word of the Dead? I thought that was a legend.
No, it exists. And we also know where. Just so you understand, the Word of the Dead is an artifact that allows entering a deceased person's mind to relive his last memories as if they were your own.
And you want to do just that with our frozen pal here. This is the grand plan, right?
Right. You'll need to locate the Word of the Dead, teleport the Pyrene's body to you, and then enter his thoughts. And there you'll have to look for the words of the ritual. Well, this is...
There's an old manor in Enderal's west that belongs to an old collector of artifacts. We received a tip that the Word of the Dead is in his possession.
Hang on. Are you talking about this odd fellow with the puppets? The aged man from the folk song?
I am. You won't take it. It will be enough to find it. Use it on the Pyrean and then leave. You will travel to the manor with Dalvarek, wait for nightfall, and then introduce yourself to the aged man as a fellow collector of artifacts. Then you will offer him this brooch, and if all goes well, he will offer you a quarter for the night to negotiate in the morning. Then it's all a matter of timing. Sneak out of your room, look for the Word of the Dead, and teleport the Pyrean to you. Archmagister?
Yes? Well, that is a good point. We don't know, because we don't even know what the artifact looks like. But, how goes the saying? The proof of the eating is in the pudding.
We'll manage somehow. And even if we don't, it definitely sounds like an adventure.
It's a great responsibility, be aware of that. But I have faith in both of you. Now get going as soon as you can. This mission will be fruitful. I can feel it.
And there they go. Yep, just meet me at the Myrids Tower at the Western Cliff. I'll go grab my stuff now.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing. Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead?
Yes.
This just doesn't make any sense. Why can't it ever be easy?
Prophet?
Thy name is my sacrament. And thy path I will honor.
That's just how it is.
Be careful, my sir. The streets aren't safe at this hour. Well, I know this old alchemist woman from the nobles' quarter has been... What? You mean apart from frenzied animals, hordes of living dead lurking through the wilderness and this whole red madness thing? No, none. Just be careful when you're outside the walls.
Вау. Паркур, бля.
Monsieur?
Мешаю. Так. Ну, пройдем тут. Блядь, здесь эти козлы. Ладно. Выгоните ее ног отсюда. Вас здесь пугает всех.
Monsieur?
Monsieur?
Yes?
Yes. Так, надо убрать факел. Блин, а у меня будет лошадь? Почему такой туман, блядь? Так, настройки. Игра, экран. Десятка, крутяк, предметы, лук. А, так это тоже десятка. 1.8. Стой, не убегай, дайте добью. Последний. Бля, драгнаудер. Злобные типы, блядь. Давайте. Осталось чуть-чуть. Потухли зрачки. Из них обычно золото было. Какие-то бомжатины. Что ты здесь сохранял? Ничего. На кладбище туда не хочу идти. Так, посмотреть, правильно идем? Нет. Да. Вот сейчас мы с тобой разберемся. Чик, чик, чик. Оп. Оп, смотри. Оп, 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 оп. Смотри, как мы умеем. А? Что это? Уебок, блядь. Людоед. Иди к папочке, блядь. Так, ладно, куда идем? Ну нахуй. Тварь, блядь. Я не готов. Своебись, блядь. Меня уже тут, блядь, стреляют. Лево, право, куда? Прямо. Да, отъебись ты, блядь, дичь. Блядь, там Волков. Не пугай так. Какой-то интересный. Ладно.
Walk blessed, friend. Where are you headed?
Возле замка,
there
блядь,
you are.
встретиться нельзя
Ready to
было,
go?
да?
Wonderful. Here, this is the place where the aged man's manor is supposed to be. Lead on. I'll follow you.
Далековато. Это еблан, он отсюда пришел, блядь, сюда, нахуй, чтобы встретиться со мной и потом пойти сюда. Чё ж бы не здесь встретиться, блядь? Жизнь, блядь. Ладно. Старый, как мне туда попасть, блядь? блядь. Ну, хуй с ним, пошли. Будешь драться со мной вместе.
Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway.
В смысле ты будешь меня ждать?
Ah, there you are. Let's push on.
Не, ну полетели, если хочешь, бля, просто хуй знает, куда лететь.
Sure. Where to?
Давай сюда. Не, ну он петушара, блядь. Башня Мерида, западный утес, блядь. Западный утес. Так, ты, да, Мась?
Hello. I figured. But without coin, there's no flight. Sorry. I figured.
У меня денег
But
нет.
without coin, there's no flight.
Как? Заебись.
Sorry. Good morning, my sir.
Что? О-о-о. Какая молодец. О, тут уже ближе. Этот рынок.
Hungry for arcane
Yeah?
food?
What do you want? No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Зачем-нибудь продам? Отмычки не продам. этого тебе можно купить. Ясно. Тебе что есть?
Greetings. Do you need a potion? Definitely more comfortable than my... What? A traveling mage. You know, I just felt... I decided... Kind of bold, yes. But back then, well, but you know, and all of... How is that supposed to fit into their worldview? They can't really know better. I probably made it sound worse than it was. I've heard that on Nero... Sure, take a look.
It's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
211, охуеть. Ладно. Продать.
Walk blessed.
If it's clam and fish.
Walk blessed. What can I do for you? Sure. May your path always... Я тут начитался, блядь.
We always go to...
Apples, dates, bananas, the freshest fruits right from the farmer's coast and Duneville.
Вот. Сейчас я, блядь, продам.
Hey, I know you. I don't know who you think you are, but no one breaks the law and gets away with it. There are two ways we can do this. You fine, but believe me, next time you won't get off so easily.
Так, я взял, да? Так, предметы. Всякой херни это брал. Нет.
We always go too easy.
Dates, bananas, the freshest fruits right from the farmer's coast and Duneville.
Uh-huh. Yeah? What do you... No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it. Walk blessed.
Greetings. Do you need a potion? Sure. Take a look. Walk blessed.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to... Oh, how do they say it? Melee? My dad told me that's where the petrified live.
Sir?
She-Ra.
Walk blessed.
How am I supposed to pay that much? Bloody cutthroats.
Work. What blessed, my sir? Oi, you're a traveller, aren't you, my sir? What blessed, my sir?
Warren Nerem. Warren Kille.
An outlander. Isn't this nice?
Блядь, мне кусок металла дайте.
What blessed, my sir?
Такие, блядь, козлы, блядь.
Some people just don't know their stuff.
Tender friends of the granulous
Walk blessed, my friend.
melt away in
You look
rapture as a
disheartened.
crunchy loaf of
I have
bread
just the right thing
wanders
for you.
from my hands into your
art gallery. Dozens of beautiful paintings by different artists, each meant a treat.
Greetings.
Yes?
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny.
Sir?
Walk west.
Так, это выходит, штация, потом туда. Ох.